We're back. We're doing it again. We are absolutely doing it again. You guys have seen the thumbnail. You guys have seen the title. Chelsea, what do we need right now? Okay, so at the moment, there's quite a lot of skepticism around Chelsea Football Club. Twitter's gone into what I'd call like a borderline meltdown. Like, we're not quite melting down into the ground just yet at the levels of which Tottenham and Arsenal fans have this season, but it's kind of like it's simmering. It's at a point where we're starting to fall a little bit, but it's not quite fallen. It's a progressive thing still. Chelsea YouTube, well, that's just gone a little bit quiet as well. There's an injection that needs to be had right now at Chelsea, and I'm not talking about a flu jab, which at this time of year would probably be quite useful if you haven't yet had one, but I'm talking an injection of positivity, of hope. And right now, there is a simmering volcano at Chelsea, and it's bubbling. It's getting more and more bubbly. We don't know if it's going to be a big eruption or not, or it might just, breathe a sigh of just dismay, or a sigh of relief. One of the two is going to occur when the CAS Appeal is announced. The answer is imminent. A bit like that simmering volcano that we're painting the picture of right now. Chelsea will find out, according to Frank Lampard, in the next few days, whether or not this January we will be able to make signings. And as you can tell from the title, as you can tell from the thumbnail, that simmering pot is being stirred by the rumour of Jadon Sancho. I've talked about this countless times on my YouTube channel, but I'm getting excited, okay? I've got a funny feeling, and I may be like, just, if it's not my fault, okay? We can say that George made a video, and then all of a sudden we all got let down and the appeal was negative. I just think it's gonna be a successful outcome. I think that Chelsea will be able to make signings. I don't know, maybe it's one of those where we have to wait a few days because they're just gonna like go and just brand a big red stamp on Chelsea and be like, nope, sorry, we are going to really make you look stupid, and yes, you're going to get punished again. But a lot of these appeals that happen for transfer bans, it's often one of those where it's like, you've got your slap on the wrist, you didn't make any signings in the summer, which is the main transfer window, but you know what? We will let you off and you can do it in January. It's happened in the past, and I've just got a little sneaky positive feeling that it will happen again. And I'm making this video on the Wednesday before Chelsea play Aston Villa. Be sure to tune into my live stream tonight on the channel. Check back here at the George Benson Football channel at 7:15. I will be going live. Jadon Sancho. Now, I've mentioned it as a rumour, and I've mentioned it as something I'd like to see, but would it actually happen? Is there a chance that Jadon Sancho may well be a Chelsea player come the end of January or at the latest next summer? So Sancho right now, he's actually in still pretty good form for Dortmund, despite not being at the forefront of all of the plans at the moment. There's definitely been a fallout of some kind. The interest, particularly from Premier League clubs, has got a lot bigger in recent weeks. If you saw his goal that he scored against Barcelona, if anyone is doubting this kid's talent, just watch this goal on the screen right now. This is against one of the best teams in the world. The guy is now broken into the England squad, and he's been the name on so many Chelsea fans' lips. Liverpool have now come into the conversation. Manchester United have always been in the conversation. And then there's just these little things about like Callum Hudson-Odoi being one of his best mates, Tammy Abraham, all of the England players that are connecting with Sancho on international duty. We've seen him come into interviews where Tammy and Tomori were in interviews. There's just so many little things that particularly Chelsea fans like myself can pull at to give us this just positive what-if feeling that Jadon Sancho might actually sign for Chelsea. Now, I'm biased. I mean, wow, if that isn't flipping news to anyone, I don't know what is. But yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan. I make Chelsea videos every flipping day on the internet. I'm biased towards Jadon Sancho signing for Chelsea for many reasons. Two of which, Willian and Pedro. I think Pedro is going to leave Chelsea in January. I think Willian might also leave Chelsea in January if the transfer ban is uplifted. We know Chelsea have got money to spend. Jadon Sancho will be a signing that would require Chelsea to break their transfer record. In the past, we have been the masters of negotiation. We have been the masters at getting top quality players at top quality prices. Marina Granovskaya, if we sign Jadon Sancho and Ben Chilwell in January, she's just wonderful, isn't she really? She's just absolutely brilliant. So the reason why I think we probably could sign Jadon Sancho, I'm not going to say probably will, because you guys would hate me if he ends up going to Liverpool and he's just there suffering on the bench, because he's not going to get in over Sadio Mane or Mohamed Salah. If he goes to Liverpool, yes, he's going to probably right now the best team in Europe because, well, they're the champions of Europe. They are running away single-handedly with the Premier League title. Jadon Sancho, that is a very appealing move to him. He's playing under Jurgen Klopp. There's the Dortmund link there. It's just, yeah, it's all very nice and airy-fairy. But the reality of the situation is, Jadon Sancho is a winger. Liverpool play with three up top. They're probably the best front three in Europe as well. Like, I'm giving Liverpool far too many compliments here, aren't I? Please, Everton, don't do what I said in yesterday's video. Please beat them tonight so that we can all just laugh at them for once again, because we just don't have any opportunities for that ever at the moment, do we? So Jadon Sancho, realistically, is not going to displace Mo Salah or Sadio Mane anytime soon. So he'd be going to a Liverpool project where he wouldn't be at the forefront of the movements forward. At Manchester United, if we continue to go on like a negative reasoning as to why Sancho wouldn't sign for a club, yes, Man United can still attract top players. I'm not going to sit here and try and tell you that because United have just had a massive fall from grace in Premier League football since Sir Alex Ferguson is no longer the manager, they are still one of the top 5, top 4, probably top 3 biggest football clubs in the world. So Jadon Sancho, young English lad, he's going to look at United and he's going to have his head turned. He's going to be thinking, wow, that could be a special move for my career. Will they be playing Champions League football next season? Apart from on the occasion of an absolute miracle of gargantuan proportions happening between now and the end of the season, United are not playing Champions League football next season. It's just not going to happen. Jadon Sancho is lighting it up on the biggest stage of them all. Yes, Dortmund went to Barcelona and were beaten, but let's play the goal again. It's a special finish. It shows exactly what Jadon Sancho can do. His statistics since he's been at Borussia Dortmund have been absolutely outstanding. For a young English kid to go to a foreign country, playing in a team that goes completely against the grain of what young English players are supposed to do, Sancho has already made a name for himself. And if you look at what could probably be happening at Chelsea, Pedro on his way out, Willian, maximum 1 more year left at this football club. Jadon Sancho will be coming into a team that he supported as a child and playing with his friends. I know it sounds a bit stupid, as if we're like going down the park with a flipping bottle cap, but it's the little things sometimes that can help a player who has got like a 50-50 balance in decision to make. It's the things like the comfort that could well be something that Jadon Sancho goes for. Would he fit into this Chelsea team? 110%. If we look at what we've been talking about in recent games with that lack of penetrative skill going forward, that lack of decisiveness and just a little bit of confidence to take a man on, Jadon Sancho would walk into this Chelsea team and immediately fix those issues. I'm not saying that Jadon Sancho is the only player Chelsea need to win the Premier League. We know that it is a much bigger picture than that, but focusing on this because the story, it keeps gathering traction. You've got Liverpool coming in. Jurgen Klopp has said that if the move is right, he might be able to spend money in January as well. Bringing that back into the conversation, Jadon Sancho is the hottest property in Europe, particularly for the top Premier League clubs with money to spend in the transfer window. And of course, all of this comes down to whether or not this appeal is successful. And sadly right now, Chelsea's fate isn't in their hands. And I'm making this video, hopefully, with the intentions of getting some party poppers in the next few days and just maybe even cracking a beer open or a glass of flipping vino. I don't know what it is, but if Chelsea do win this appeal and we can actually sign players in January, then this December, we're not just going to be doing 6 things we learned. We're not just going to be doing match previews, Premier League predictors and match vlogs. There's going to be a lot of transfer videos here on this channel. I love talking about transfers. I love speculating and I like putting players into hypothetical positions in a Chelsea lineup. And I think no one can deny Jadon Sancho would be a brilliant fit for Chelsea. Yes, we've already argued about Hakim Ziyech. Yes, there's been Wilfried Zaha knocking on the door. He's coming into form again now for Palace, but I want Jadon Sancho. Genuinely, George Benson, he wants Jadon Sancho. I mean, as if we didn't know that from all the other flipping videos he's made. Eliminate the Chelsea bias for a second. Honestly, can anyone argue with me in the comments down below? Would Jadon Sancho get ahead of Mane or Mo Salah? Yes, Liverpool, when there is injuries, they do look as if the depth isn't quite there, so Sancho would be a perfect player for that. But would he rather that or walk straight into a Chelsea team? I don't really know. Yes, there's Hudson-Odoi. Yes, there's Christian Pulisic, but from what we've seen recently, right now, Sancho would be a Chelsea starter, and I think if we're looking to build for the future, which Chelsea certainly are, it's a long-term project. Sancho is the perfect fit. I'm going to wrap this video up here, guys. I'm getting excited about this appeal verdict. It might still be negative. Let's just not get too carried away. I know that that goes against the grain of everything I've just said, but hopefully I can bring you guys some good news. And I know I won't be the first to break it, but I will be making a video when the appeal is lifted. I'll be getting excited. As always, I know we've made videos about this before, but let me know your thoughts on Sancho in the comments down below. If you're not a Chelsea fan, if you support Man United or you support Liverpool, the two other clubs in the Premier League that he's been strongly linked with, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe to the George Benson Football channel. Tune in tonight at 7:15. I'm going to be live here on the channel doing a live stream. Tilda's going to be joining me for a bit of it as well. Commentary, reaction, analysis to the game against Villa. I'm not going tonight, so tune in for that. Subscribe if you are new. This has been a long-winded outro. I will see you all tonight. Goodbye.